YouTube? It's Mandak coming at you guys with another Lego review, a Lego set review, I guess. So today we are looking at the 76022 X-Men vs. the Sentinel Marvel superhero set. I believe this came out in 2014, 336 pieces. Originally, that was my chair, originally retailed for $50. Which is a little high on price per piece ratio, or price per piece ratio, whatever. But I ended up getting it for $40. I had a Facebook Marketplace ad in my area, saw this person was selling it, picked it up, and I'm very happy I picked it up. I saw it on there for a while. Didn't really feel like picking it up for $50. That was what he was actually selling it for, which was the price it was sold at the time. I got him down to $40, which was really awesome considering what this set has in it. And I definitely do thinking back on it, this is definitely worth $40. Just for the minifigures alone. I mean, everything else in this set is awesome as well, which we'll cover as we go along here, but just a really great set, guys. If you're a Marvel fan, especially an X-Men fan, this is a set that I think is a no-brainer for anyone who's out there that are fans of that type of stuff. Really a shame that Marvel, Lego Superheroes doesn't make a lot of X-Men sets, obviously because of the whole Fox deal. But now that Fox is owned by Disney, I would imagine that with the new, hopefully the coming soon X-Men movies, we'll be getting some more X-Men Lego sets, which is always great. Definitely want to get these types of characters in Lego form. So, yeah. So without further ado, guys, we'll get into the minifigures for this set. As you can see here, we have 4 minifigures. All of them are great. Like I said, I'll go through them. So, first one we have here is Wolverine. So, we did have a version of Wolverine in an earlier set back in 2012. And this is a more faithful comic book adaptation of the character, most notably because of the headpiece, the cowl of Wolverine is finally in Lego form, which is amazing. Such a great piece to finally own. It looks amazing. Lego really did a good job molding that piece. I believe it's dual molded, so that's really great to know. The printing on the torso is very basic, but faithful again to the comic book adaptation of this character. What's fun is that I actually did read, obviously, you guys have heard on this channel, I've read the first 3 Uncanny X-Men omnibus, and it's funny to look at this minifigure and see the tan theme going through it, because in the comics there's really no I think a character actually, I think it's Storm that ends up asking him why did he change his colors? And he's felt like I needed to change, and that was it. There was no some big event or storyline of why he changed. He just changed it for reasons. So really cool to own the tan, colored Wolverine piece. The face piece is pretty weird, how it's like a goggle type of thing going on, but that's his angry side. And then you can flip it over here, and this is the side that you would use for the hair. So he comes with a cowl, but you can also put his hair on, and this is the same hair that they've used for a lot of different characters, like the Joker, some Wolverine. Wolverine obviously has his hair as well. This is the hair you got in the 2012 set with Magneto and Deadpool. So comes with the adamantium claws, obviously not made out of adamantium, but really cool design for these. Again, Lego did a really good job designing those. Yeah, overall, a really great minifigure, and honestly, I can't even tell which one of these minifigures is the best, because they're all really great. So yeah, that's Wolverine. Next minifigure we have here, and I'm so excited to have him, is Cyclops. So I believe this is the only Cyclops minifigure officially licensed by Lego that we have to date here now. I don't think that's ever been released in another set. May have been released in like a San Diego exclusive Comic-Con type of set, but this is the only publicly released set that has a Cyclops minifigure, and very basic, very you know, pretty much what you would expect of a Cyclops figure. The printing on the torso is pretty basic, but again, don't really need to do much here with Cyclops. His costume is pretty basic in general. Back here you have his back printing. A little bit of back printing on the head as well. The visor looks great. Again, not really much you have to do with that. You know, with figures like this, there's always a decision whether or not you go with a separate helmet piece for the mask or if you just mold it, you know, into the head. And I think this is a good decision with Lego to have the molded, you know, or the printed headpiece. You know, it is pretty tight to his head, so I think it would look funny if it wasn't. It's kind of the same thing with like Captain America. Like the Endgame sets have like the mask as a separate piece versus the older sets that had, you know, him as just like this with like a printed head. And this is not focusing. So I think it's time we move on to our next minifigure. So next minifigure we have here, oops, his helmet popped off, is Magneto. Now, we did get Magneto in the 2012 Deadpool helicopter set, whatever, that also came with Wolverine. So this is a little bit of an upgrade. The torso is completely different. The helmet is, I think, pretty much the same. The face is pretty much the same, I believe. And the hair is added to this character. So let me see if I can show you guys. So this torso, I believe, is based off of the... this is based off the comic as well. I believe this is like the outfit he wore in like the mid to late 80s. You know, back when he was kind of like back when he was like the leader of the X-Men, like he like actually like lived with the X-Men. Like I think this is around like issue 200 of the Uncanny X-Men. But you can kind of see here the pissed off face as well. So again, really great minifigure. I'm glad they included this hairpiece. It's the same hairpiece that you have seen with like Count Dooku and stuff like that. So nothing custom there. White hands, kind of cool. You get his helmet, which you can obviously put on there as well. It comes with a, you know, little clear tube piece that you can also use to kind of have him hold up his helmet. Comes with a little bit of a stand as well. This is a better stand than what we got in that helicopter set that I keep mentioning. That one was just a like 2x2 circular plate piece. This is actually like a, you know, better design, which I like. So makes sense. Doesn't have to be anything big. It just has to be a little bit of something for Magneto to hold himself up. But honestly, he can levitate without having something like this as well. So really cool Magneto, awesome addition. And last but not least, certainly not least, probably my favorite minifigure of this whole set is Storm. So Aurora Monroe, we get her finally in Lego form, and it is amazing, guys. She comes with these lightning pieces, which we have seen numerous times, especially in Star Wars with, you know, Count Dooku and with Emperor Palpatine. But the printing on her torso is amazing. It is the old-fashioned outfit she wore back in the late 70s, early 80s, until she changed over to her, you know, Mohawk outfit, and then, you know, had the white outfit for a while. I think that was during Chris Claremont and Jim Lee's run. So this is the old-fashioned torso and legs, and it's amazing. Her legs and torso are both printed. Comes with back print as well. So this cape is amazing. I'm pretty sure this is the only time we've ever seen a cape like this before. And it's custom for her, and it's just amazing. It's perfect for what it is. The hair is white, obviously, and I believe she does come with double-sided. Yeah, you can see that one. If I can focus in, that face is amazing. The white pupils. Whenever she summons the weather, I think that is awesome. So again, another great minifigure, guys. This set is just full of them. These 4 minifigures are amazing. That's probably the reason why they were $50, because these were all probably, I think, exclusive to this set. And that's one of the main reasons why I picked it up. I mean, obviously having the Blackbird and a Sentinel as well is great, and we'll get to that later. But these minifigures, Marvel really went all out for. And they didn't really do anything fancy here. They just kept them faithful to the comics. And as it shows, you know, as we discussed in numerous forms of media, you know, sometimes the comic book versions are usually the best looking ones. You know, you don't have to do much to make them look great. And that's what's amazing about them. That is what's timeless about these designs. So, yeah, that is Storm. All right, so I'll get the minifigures out of the way. We'll get those out of here. And pretty much the only two other parts of this set are the Sentinel and the Blackbird. So I will move the Blackbird, X-Jet, whatever you want to call it, out of the way for now, and we'll look at the Sentinel. The Sentinel, the design is interesting. Part of me really likes it. Part of me thinks that parts of it could have been redone and made a little bit better, but considering the scale that Lego was working with this set, I understand some of the decisions that were made. Now, granted, if this was in a different set by itself, like a bigger set, I think, honestly, number one, I think people would have bought it because the Sentinel is an iconic villain in X-Men history. So I think if they would have done like a bigger set just with the Sentinel and like thrown in some minifigures, I think they would have gotten people to buy it. But with this set, you're kind of limited. You know, you don't want to have the Sentinel be way bigger than the X-Jet. That would take away from the X-Jet. But anyway, pretty simple build here. Everything is using these, you know, these little ball and joint pieces here that kind of allow for that flexibility, which honestly, this is a really, you know, really posable figure. You can get a lot of different poses. And the piece colors and everything are pretty on point. Really makes the set look vibrant. Really adds that extra oomph to the set in terms of, you know, design and look, I think. The hands are pretty meh. Obviously, this is 5 years ago, which is crazy to me to think that Lego has gotten a lot better at designing arms and, like, you know, hands at this scale. But I think this is okay for what they were trying to do. It's like 3 little knob pieces here and then like a what do you call that? I forget what it is, but it's that's kind of symbolizing the thumb. You have these little holes here that you can put this laser piece on. It's weird to me though. There's a laser piece that comes with this, but there is no way, there's no attachment area or whatever for the Sentinel to shoot this out of, because like usually these are the spring-loaded shooters, and usually you would see like a spring-loaded piece that you can insert this into, and then all you gotta do is push up on it and it'll fly out. A little interesting why they didn't decide to insert that into the hand in some way, but it's whatever. This piece is printed, which is amazing. That is awesome to see that it's printed. Not a lot of stickers on the set, to be honest. The headpiece is also printed, so that's great. You can kind of see that up close there. So this is kind of what I'm saying with like the scale. I mean, obviously the head has to be this size because if it was too big, it would look weird. So I can understand where Lego was coming from, but again, I think it would have been awesome to see like a full-sized, like almost Ultimate Collector Series version of the Sentinel. Maybe we'll see that later on with the rise of the X-Men movies coming soon. But yeah, the feet are pretty accurate, you know, pretty big. And yeah, Sentinel features flick fire missiles, so you can, these are flawed. I'm so glad Lego has gotten rid of these. This is probably one of the last years that Lego used these before they kind of phased them out of all of the sets. But yeah, you can kind of like tuck those in and pull them out when you need them. But yeah, Sentinel is really cool. Again, cool posable figure, and the printing on it makes it worth it, I think, for me. So yeah, pull the Sentinel out of the way. And the rest of this set is the Blackbird or the X-Jet, whatever you want to call it. I gotta say, I have not seen recent pictures of the X-Jet or Blackbird. I know I've read the comics. I haven't really seen recent versions, so I'm not really sure what it looks like now. But yeah, I feel like in the comics and stuff, it was just solid black. I feel like they kind of added it like a dark bluish color to it, just to add some color to the set overall, which is not a huge deal. I think the color scheme of it is okay. But yeah, I will say though, this is a very, very simple build. Building this set, it was very simple. There was not a lot of intricate building techniques used, not a lot of interesting pieces used. And, you know, it's all right to do that. I just feel like this set could have used like a little bit more pizzazz and a little more stuff that brought it out. But again, it looks really sleek. It looks great to put on the shelf, to display, to play with. Obviously, there's a lot of playability in here, which we'll get to. But I think overall they really nailed the shape of the ship. I think the front side looks good. From this angle here, you can kind of see how it looks, and the wings are perfect to what you would expect with an X-Jet. I mean, the side of that, you can see what I'm talking about. I mean, it's really great design. It looks really good. It's just there's not a lot of stuff going on, is what I'm trying to get at. So, but yeah, I still really enjoy it. So let's look at the ship in general. So, looking at the cockpit, you can lift the cockpit up like that. Simple. You have 2 spots there. One to put there. You have a few printed control panel pieces there, and 2 blue chairs. You can also have a little bit of a handle there for steering the ship. So right off the bat there, you can stick 2 minifigures in there, no problem. I'm not going to put all them in here for you. I don't want to really do that, but you can kind of understand what I'm saying there. And then there's like a little archway that goes to the next room, which you really can't have a minifigure stand in there, so it's just there for show, but it is what it is. Just going over the stickers here. This sticker is right here. I placed it a little bit off, so whatever. This is also a sticker. And I think that might be the only few stickers on this set. I don't think there's any other stickers. No. We'll get to it. Actually, no, there's stickers inside. Forgot that. You can lift this part up. Unnecessary sticker there. And there's a sticker there, which I think actually adds some value to the set. It just has like a picture of a Sentinel saying warning. So you can also put 2 minifigures there as well. So you can honestly fit all 4 of the minifigures into this ship, which is great for, you know, little kids who want to play with all that stuff. This little storage crate thing pops off these jumper plates down there to reveal a little, you know, drawer that has a hammer, a wrench, and a fire extinguisher. So that's kind of cool if you want to have a little bit of playability there. But yeah, it closes up really nicely, as you can see there. And yeah, I think the inside of this is pretty good considering what they had to work with. I think they maximized the space they had. The next thing we have here is a hidden flick fire missile, or hidden spring-loaded missile port here, which I think LEGO did a great job integrating into the whole set as a whole. I'm glad they didn't put them on the sides like these stupid flick fire missiles right here. It's nice to see that they're hidden behind here like this, and they pop out, and you can kind of like put into attack mode. So I can show you, you know, obviously what these look like. So you can kind of see them being shot out there. These are in dark blue, which I don't think I've actually owned any of this color before, so that's cool to own those. You do get an extra one as well, so if you lose it, whatever, you have an extra one. Oops, I shot that one off inside there, so that kind of was a little weird. Anyway, nice integration there. Obviously, you're going to have these things sticking out a little bit, but that's because of the way that they're designed. So, moving off to the back here, excellent design choice for the engines. Using these orange little tiles. The engine piece as a total is really nice. This is the types of stuff you would see on like the classic Lego City airplanes kind of. So, it makes sense to put it in this set. Yeah, let's see what else. You get like the little wings on the bottom. A little surprising they did not go with any type of landing gear. That's one thing I didn't mention, but I thought I'd talk about here. There's no landing gear. I feel like that could have been something that could have been thrown in, so it would be standing like this instead of just like that on the ground. Let's see what else. These are really cool. I don't think I've ever owned any of these like large like slanted fin pieces before, so that's really cool to own. Yeah, I feel like something could have been done here though. That looks a little weird to have it like just slanted like that, but overall they got the shape of it. This is a pretty long set. I think this is probably coming up on like a foot long, so that's pretty cool. That's that size. But yeah, just get another look at the detail in here. A lot of dark blue in here mixed with the light blue, I think or the royal blue, I think is a good choice, especially when it's mixed in with the black as well. But yeah, this is very sleek design. Wish they had some landing gear, but other than that, it's really nice. Really cool set piece to kind of put on display and show to people. I might actually like add some landing gear to it, like customize it, that type of things, just so it can go like that and look a little bit nicer. But yeah, guys, overall, you know, $50 back in 2014 probably was a little steep for this set. I think that was one of the reasons why I didn't run out and get it, just because I didn't really have a lot of money, extra money to throw around back then. But again, thinking back on it though, the fact that I was able to get this set 5 years later for $10 less than what it was retailing for, I think is a great choice. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, and it's on the box, I'm going to show it before you guys leave, is this stud you can also use to hold a figure. So that's cool. You can see it on the box being held, Wolverine being held by the Sentinel. But yeah, you can do that. But yeah, guys, this is a great set. If you ever find a chance to get your hands on it, I would highly recommend you buy it. And yeah, here's to hopefully more X-Men Lego sets in the future, guys. And again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great one. Bye.